Hi, I'm Holly and welcome to the News Beyond Markets, a special show that'll get you all the news that matters for the day. First up on the show are updates on the current spread of the Delta variant of coronavirus in Australia. Authorities in New South Wales have said that lockdown restrictions in the state capital, Sydney, would have to be extended beyond July 16th unless there is a dramatic change. As the biggest rise in local cases was reported for the year. In case you were wondering, that's 44 locally acquired cases, with 29 of those having spent time in the community while infected. Authorities will also be tightening restrictions in Sydney from Friday evening, with public gatherings limited to 2 people and residents limited to within the 10-kilometre range of their home. Officials are struggling to contain an outbreak of the highly infectious Delta variant in Sydney, despite Australia's largest city about to enter its 3rd week of a hard lockdown, as the total cases topped 400. A strict stay-at-home order has been enforced in Sydney since June 26th, with just over 9% of people in the state having been fully vaccinated, while about 29% have had their first dose. Looking at the rising numbers of cases each day, it's recommended that residents in affected areas check their eligibility for the vaccine. Moving on to a news update coming in from Australian banks that are providing new support packages to their customers. Small businesses and home loan customers significantly affected by the recent COVID-19 restrictions across the country are being offered dedicated assistance through a new support package announced by Bendigo Bank. The package extends the bank's existing hardship support measures already in place for customers financially affected by the pandemic. The new national support package includes business banking repayment deferrals, which means that the customers will get up to 3 months repayment deferrals, with loan terms extended accordingly. And I've got to say, these measures have come at a great time since many are feeling the pinch of the pandemic yet again. On that note, it is time for a short break, and after the break, we'll get you more of the news that matters.
Hi, this is Andy Liu broadcasting from Kalkine Media Studio in Australia, and I'll be hosting the new Kalkine Wellness Show. The half-hour show will cover topics from how wellness as a concept has become even more significant during COVID, to how becoming vegan may improve your health, and much more. We are excited to showcase our live streaming show to our audience of millions overseas and in Australia. Tune in to Kalkine TV and join me.
Welcome back from the break. I'm Holly and you're watching News Beyond Markets. Now to a critical update in the climate change front. Australia's government said it would challenge a court ruling that found the Environment Minister has an obligation to the next generation to consider harm caused by climate change. The ruling was related to the case of approving the extension of a new coal mine. The Federal Court of Australia made the ruling in May in response to a class action suit brought by 8 teenagers. They argued that the expansion of Whitehaven Coal Limited's Vickery project in New South Wales state could contribute to climate change and endanger their future. The Minister, Susan Ley, said that she had formed the view that there were grounds on which to appeal after carefully considering the judgment without further details. Australia is the world's top coal exporter and has not signed up to a zero emissions target by 2050, unlike most of the other developed nations. So that's going to be a heated case going forward. But moving on from climate change to defense and intelligence. In a 2021 Microsoft Partner of the Year Awards, Microsoft announced that Thales has won the Defense and Intelligence 2021 Microsoft Partner of the Year, the company's collaboration on the Nexium Defense Cloud Edge solution. Thales was honoured among a global field of top Microsoft partners for demonstrating excellence in innovation and implementation of customer solutions based on Microsoft technology. Thales was recognized for providing outstanding solutions and services in defense and intelligence. Developed in Australia for the Australian Defence Force, Nexium Defence Cloud Edge, or the NDC Edge, delivers a sovereign capability built on Microsoft Azure Stack technology that's designed to be comparable with Five Eyes nations, as well as humanitarian aid and civilian applications. And now it's time for a short break, but I'll be right back with more updates on the news beyond markets. Stay tuned.
Crypto Talk by Kalkine. The crypto market has been red hot given the Bitcoin rally since the past year. And now the most famous cryptocurrency has got competitors, Dogecoin and Ethereum. If the crypto market excites you, tune in with me, Sage, to know the latest developments about the existing digital currencies and the new ones that are joining the race. I'll help you understand the opportunities and the risks the crypto market has in store for you. For all the digital currency related developments, continue watching Crypto Talk by Kalkine.
Welcome back from another of our quick breaks. I'm Holly and you're watching News Beyond the Markets. Next up, the news is getting interstellar. Constellations of small, smart satellites in low Earth orbit are set to open up a galaxy of opportunities for defense. Underpinned by Defense's resilient multi-mission space Starshot, these opportunities are expected to lead to enhanced operational capabilities. Equipping space satellite clusters with an increasing level of autonomy requires the development of flexible and interconnected communications architectures and protocols as well. Defence scientist Dr. Balachandra Ramamurthy is leading a Defence Science and Technology Group team in collaboration with the University of South Australia. They are investigating this emerging, rapidly developing field. Dr. Ramamurthy said that the aim is to introduce some novel communication technologies in future space missions, extending what was available for DSTG's inaugural CubeSat mission, the Buccaneer Risk Mitigation Mission. To create more resilient communications between satellites, ground networks and users, his team is investigating beam forming techniques using multiple antennas. Some of the recent groundbreaking developments in terrestrial communication systems, such as 5G networks, have come about as a result of what's known as massive multiple input, multiple output and cooperative systems. And now it is time for another short break, but don't go anywhere because I'll be right back with more updates on the news beyond the markets.
Property by Kalkine. Looking for a dream home? Well, that may sound easy, but it isn't. And from looking for a property that is the right fit for you in terms of cost and other factors, to zeroing down on the right mortgage plan, there are various aspects to consider. And for the latest lowdown on the property market, tune in on Kalkine TV with me, Sage. I will give the latest updates on the property market as well as real estate stocks to help you make the right decision. Keep watching Property with Kalkine.
Welcome back from the break. I'm Holly and you're watching the News Beyond Markets. Now let's have a look at Australia's preparations for the Olympics. The global event is just around the corner and each country is trying to put their best foot forward, looking with a new variant of COVID looming large over each one of us. Recently, the Australian Olympic team's Chief Medical Officer, David Hughes, has revealed an underground purpose-built gym that'll be available for Aussie athletes in a bid to reduce potential exposure to COVID-19 at the Tokyo Games. With the Tokyo Games just 18 days away and Japan, like many countries worldwide, still fighting off the mutating coronavirus, The Australian team will implement a comprehensive COVID-safe plan to combat exposure to the virus. Aiming to bring more gold medals home, the Australian swim team has set up camp in Cairns in far north Queensland as they prepare for the Olympics later this month with a near non-stop schedule to put them into gold medal form. Based in the city's Tobruk Memorial Pool, their day starts at 7 a.m. until 11 with concurrent gym sessions between 9 and 12:30 before returning to the pool between 3 and 7 p.m. The grueling timetable continues until the 17th of July before they fly out to Japan ahead of the 23rd of July opening ceremony. They hope to build on the haul of 5 medals for the Australian women in the pool at the 2016 Olympics in Rio de Janeiro in Brazil. Overall, women have won 5 of Australia's 8 gold medals in Brazil and 10 of the nation's 22 gold at the 2016 Paralympics. All of these Australia's Olympic swim stars were making a splash in a billabong in the bush as it's time from intense final training for the Tokyo 2021 Olympics. Seiya Sakakibara's Olympic campaign is back on track after getting derailed ahead of last year's original starting date for the 2020 event. Seiya is ranked number 34 on the Union Cyclo for international rankings for elite women's BMX riders and is optimistic that the extra time for training would be beneficial. Daniel Arzani, on the other hand, who plays as an attacking midfielder and winger for Manchester City, will return from his 3-year international hiatus to headline an Olympic squad coach Graham Arnold says it will shock the world. And Socceroos regular Mitchell Duke and recent national team debutante Riley McGee will lead the Olyroos attack at the Tokyo Games, where Australia will play Spain, Argentina and Egypt in the group stage of their first Olympics since Beijing in 2008. Paddy Mills and 4-time Olympic swimmer Kate Campbell will carry the nation's flag at the July 23 ceremony to open the Tokyo Games. Basketballer Paddy Mills says it is insanely meaningful to become Australia's first Indigenous flag bearer at an Olympic opening ceremony. And Kate Campbell is the first female swimmer to carry the flag at an Olympic opening ceremony as well. Australia's Olympic chief de mission Ian Casterman chose Mills and Campbell as flag bearers. Both Olympic stars have said that they feel this is an incredible honour and a privilege as well. They're delighted with the bestowment. Well, like Paddy Mills said, this is insanely meaningful. This gesture will inspire many to join the field of sports and make Australia proud on the international arena. And if you're interested in watching more on sports news, my colleague James will be here in some time with our sports special show on Kalkine Sports. Alright then, that is just about all for now, but stay tuned with Kalkine TV for more live market updates. Holly Shields signing off.